Hi, I'm Solenne LaGrange and I'm Marketing Director for Ginx Esports TV. As you can see, I'm here to speak about how esports is becoming or has become more than just competitive gaming, but is becoming social event and attracting more than gamer. First of all, I would like to show you something about Ginx Esports TV. I promise it's going to be short, but I think it's important to see what kind of content an esports TV channel shows. So we know that esports is a phenomenon, but how big is it and who is this audience? So as you can see, I quite like this slide too. In 2018, the esports audience is expected to reach 380 million people, 215 of which are occasional viewers. They are young, 50% of them are under 35, digitally native and predominantly male, so the typical millennial, basically. In 2017, so last year, Newzoo studied the community around each esports game, and something very interesting is that the communities are made of people who only play, some people who play and watch, and some people who actually only watch. In reality, 32% of the esports viewers do not play the game that they watch. It is very interesting, and you can actually see that 26% of those players do not watch esports, who do not watch esports actually play. So competitive esports, if you look at the definition, is competitive gaming in a 1v1 or 5v1 basically format, team versus team format. So how is it transforming into a social event, attracting more than players? And is it actually surprising? Well, it's not really. I think everyone saw that coming. First of all, because it's in our blood as esports viewers and millennials. If you ask for what values are important to millennials, sharing, diversity, and community are systematically quoted. It is also because we are social animals, and contrary to what people think, we are not looking to play in our basement and just facing a screen. It is all about communicating on social networks, and we like to connect with our peers. It is not so surprising either, because we actually say it. When asked why people watch esports, 89% say that it's to improve their own gameplay, 83% that it's to watch a game that they actively participate in on a professional level, 40% because of the competition and basically the stress. But also 58% say that it's because of the community and the culture surrounding esports, and 49% because of the stories surrounding team and players. So not only the tournament itself, but everything that evolves around esports. It's only natural. Esports is huge. It's split across every country in the world. So it's only natural that those millions of players would gather into communities. They share common interest. And this volume made us create community dedicated platforms and tools so that we could engage and discuss together. And it's also not a surprise, because gaming has always been about community and sharing the same interests. And so most of you may know this player. It's Smoothie from Cloud9, a League of Legends player. And he will tell you why and how he met his friends.
I guess MapleStory was just a game that I played growing up, because mostly because my cousins were playing it a lot, and they kind of just dragged me into it. And I eventually loved it, because I don't know, I just played with a lot of friends and I met a lot of people there. And that's something that I didn't really struggle with at school, but I didn't really have close friends. And MapleStory was just something that brought us together, and it was a good time. Yeah, definitely. During high school or junior high, I definitely did have a lot of friends, but I didn't really consider them I would share everything with, no problem, not best friends. I have some best friends, of course, but the people I met online, I could trust my life with. It's they're just really, really good friends I've known for a couple years and playing with consistently every day after I got got home from school and stuff. So yeah, they just like, I trust a lot of people, and that may or may not be a good thing, but like, yeah, just choose your friends wisely, I guess.
So how does this tendency manifest itself in esports right now? First of all, you will see that esports is very social through the live chats. Everyone who's watching Twitch knows that the live and the Twitch chat is super important. It's actually probably one of the keys to Twitch success. And a live show or live content success can be based on how engaged and how active the chat is. So this shows you the IEM CSGO final from Katowice earlier this year. And you can see that during the final, more than 900 messages were posted on the chat per minute. So that's basically from the more than 300,000 people watching the content. Everyone was in the chat, posting and commenting, and they were all in the same room commenting about the same thing. And I actually think it is quite wise word that they chose a room, and everyone was in the same room to discuss about the same content. Another chat solution is Discord. They tripled their user base in 1 year, and they went from 45 million to 135 million in May 18, 19 million users per day. That's what they claim, at least. And if you look at, for example, the official Fortnite Discord account that has more than 200,000 members, it's not just people who want to organize their next game, it's people who want to chat with people who share the same interest and just be with friends, basically. You can also see it on socials. And for example, IEM Katowice again, but ESL recorded 6.5 million engagement on social earlier this year about their competition. And as someone said, everyone in esports is somehow connected on socials at some point during the day. It is very visible in esports arenas and the number of events that have been created around esports. So IEM Katowice again in March earlier this year, 3-day event, tournament and expo. 169,000 people attended this year. Just to compare, it is twice the number of people who attended the Rugby World Cup final, and it's more than Glastonbury, the UK's most famous music festival. Very important too, 60% of esports fans expect that or want to attend a live event this year. I will show you a video made by another esports platform, and you will see how people react, and they actually say with their own words why they like esports event.
So when all of us here grow older and our children grow older, we'll tell them a story about how modern Counter-Strike was born in this arena, how it was the first event when Counter-Strike was really played in front of thousands of people.
I come to every esport event what I can. I was yesterday there. I was staying since 3 a.m. in the night. The feeling of this place is unbelievable. We can watch together, and this applause and all of this is incredible.
I'm playing a lot of CSGO with friends, and it's a good time to meet other people who are also playing this game. It's a good place to visit new people and to see how pro players play on the highest level of CSGO.
We were on a snowboarding trip today and we are on our way back and stopping here to mix the traditional sports on snow and the esports here.
This is a lot of fun and we love making cosplays, and this is my second cosplay, Kitty Cat Katarina from League of Legends.
Do you think you'll come to more esports events in the future?
Yeah, I think so. They are the future, so we have to attend to keep up with the times.
So it's interesting to see that at one of the best and highest level gameplay and esports tournament, people come to meet other people and just spend time with people who share the same interest. But IEM is not the only event. For example, in Birmingham earlier this year, 7,000 people attended the first Dota 2 major event in the UK. 15,000 people attended Cologne last year. Riot sold more than 15,000 seats in less than 12 minutes in 2016 for their finals. And in France, for example, 5,000 people attended a Trackmania Cup event earlier this year. You can also see that it is becoming a social event in the way that tournament organizers sell their content. They not only sell an access to the tournament, they sell experience packages. And you can actually share that with up to 10 people who go with you. You can see it in bars and viewing parties organized and being built everywhere in the world. So Meltdown is one of them. It's a bar network available in 30 countries dedicated to esports and esports fans. 30 bars, they claim to have 60,000 gamers per month across their network. So I had the trailer, but I'm going to try to, hide it. The other one, for example, most recently, Fnatic, so the very well-known esports team, launched its own bar in Madrid ahead of the LCS Summers in final. And you can see that people were there just to exchange. It's more than just about esports. It's about the way they feel and they relate with this team, to this team. So we've seen that esports is more than social, but the content is now also adapting and showing that it is dedicated to help this trend and help the audience. You will see new and more platforms involved. Everyone talked about ESL deals signed with Facebook and Twitter. Some were very unhappy, some didn't care, but still. Facebook committed to broadcast more than 5,000 hours of esports content from ESL, and Twitter 1.5 with ESL and DreamHack. You can see it in the way new community-oriented initiatives have been launched, and I very much like the Overwatch League. It is so it's based on 20 franchises, city-based, and they had 10.8 million viewers for the finals. To me, it's very interesting because it's based on a city, so people who are not interested in esports or who don't know esports can still relate to their city-based team and love the colors even though they don't watch it. I'm going to go fast. More community-oriented organizations, and now being successful in esports doesn't mean that you have to win tournaments. It means that you have, or more and more means that you have to be successful with the community and have the most engaged and the biggest community, but it doesn't mean that you have to win the next tournament. And finally, new forms of content. So Harn talked about shoulder content, but more and more you will see content created about esports that is not only the live content or the live tournaments, it's stories about how players became those players, how they came to join this team. Or, for example, we have on Ginx a show created around the SKT T1 team, so it's a very famous League of Legends team. And this documentary is not about their success, it's about what makes them a team and what kind of challenges they face and who for example, Faker is. So this is a quick trailer. So this is this kind of content very high quality content, and I can say it wasn't produced by Ginx, so I don't feel bad saying it, but this kind of content available on a TV channel, on a network, for example, a traditional TV network that proved that esports is now attracting more than the esports core fan base, but also appealing to a wider audience, and that you can actually discuss that with your parents, cousins, everyone now knows about esports. Thank you very much. It's red, so I think I'm
perfect. Don't worry. That's right. We built in plenty of time. Yes, don't worry. We've built in plenty of time. So there's going to be a panel up next, but you've actually got a couple of minutes before that starts. So are there any questions for Solenne before we move on? Yeah, there's a question over here.
Hello, thank you for the talk. I want to ask about Ginx specifically, and like if you could tell me like how well it's doing, because I come from working with Movistar Riders, who have a TV channel in Spain as well for esports, and like honestly, I don't know the numbers specifically, but it wasn't really working very well, or it's not working very well. Like the content is good and people watch it on Twitch, but so far they haven't like managed to get people to actually watch it on like television. So how is it going for Ginx?
So Ginx, there are two different things. First, one of Ginx's success and one of the proofs of our success is that there's a real appetite from traditional networks to bring on an esports TV channel. So for example, we are available in 50 million homes worldwide, and this number is increasing almost on a monthly basis. We have new launches. So that's from a more casual and more professional appetite. The other success is that we have about 2 million unique viewers per month watching our content, which is quite good, to be honest. So it is working, and I think the main thing is that we don't produce Twitch-like content, and we adapt it to TV, and we know that it's not only to esports core fans, but we have sometimes to take people by the hand and explain it a little bit differently than we would on Twitch.